Okay, come on. What we got here? 13 messages, nothing important. What day was that? The whole school was talking about how we got lucky when you were doing TikTok live to let us watch the... What school's that, bud?
Couldn't tell you.
What?
Could not tell you.
Oh, well, thank you for saying thank you. All right. Going to hand the mic up, going to hand this over. 15. All right, everything is ready to go. Spartans are in black.
We'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our graduating players, starting with number 5, Ethan Smith. Number 9, Alex Law. Number 9, Alex Law. Number 10, Jacob Bradley. Number 14, Jason Brooks. Number 18, Isaac.
This is the graduating class?
Yeah, for Woodlawn. They won't do it for Dartmouth High.
Number 19, Jordan.
They're losing. Then we get to know exactly who they are losing going into next season. It's going to be a whole new team, I think, Sander.
Yeah, Dartmouth High is losing next to nobody.
Dartmouth High is losing next to nobody?
Yeah.
Number 27, Patrick Perry. Number 28, Matthew Ferguson. Number 88, Conrad Bison. Number 89, Mark Tilden.
Where do they put
Number
that?
91, Max Holiday. Number 93, Spencer Goshen. And number 30, Parker Poole. That number 1, please rise for the flag of Canada.
Here we are tonight for round 2, series 1 of this playoff between the Dartmouth High Spartans are facing off against Woodlawn, and everything is set up. I have McGregor here on the mics with me. We got 15 minutes up. If I make any mistakes with the names, I'm hoping that Xander will help me out. Alright, the guys are warming up down there. All to play for coming into this series right now. Dartmouth have done great to work their way back after not a great season, not what they're typically used to. Right, Xander?
Yeah. They finished second last.
Finishing second last, but you know, as I'm saying, it hasn't been a developing team. They brought in a lot of new players, and it takes time to get a game together. All right, we're heading into the centre, and we have Shaquille Beals is going in on this initial face-off. Okay, Shaquille will run Clark Black to his left there. Gets it through, and Shaquille Rowan. And Ivor McDonald were out on that one now. Woodlawn picked this up and he head up along the boards. He tries to get through, but Rowan Clark Black wins that black for Shaquille Beals to go after it. And Rowan goes in again, pushes into the corner. Shaquille runs off. Puts everybody. Alright, he goes back around. In goes Ryan O'Coin there to pick that back up. Ivor McDonald got in the way. Woodlawn is battling hard now to try and get this, and he gets dumped back in deep for Woodlawn to go and chase. Beals is there, but he does not need it just yet. And Leighton Bainbridge is going to go over that. But it's taken over now by Ryan O'Coin. He's at the dumping that deep. It's gone in around the back of the goal for Leighton Bainbridge to try and dig out. And Ryan O'Coin gets this, but Woodlawn are making their way up on the right hand side here now, and that just goes off Darrell, and it gets sent off the side of the net for Woodlawn to come back. If they got another opportunity, they'll take it over to the wall. They're getting in again. Woodlawn have it again. They go off the wall, brought down right in front of the goal. Had the shot, didn't work out. Torn back over. Woodlawn pick it up against the boards again. They're trying to get through. It goes high. That's out of bounds. That should give us a face-off over on the right-hand side here. So far, nice bit of hockey being played by both teams. 13 minutes and 32 to go. And in goes Glendon Snow to win that back, Mark Alexander. But it gets sent back in again, over for Oliver Link. Oliver gets on the end of it, comes back over for Alexander. He gets it back to Riley Rendell. It's getting sent over again. Back over for Ben Alexander to get on that. Comes across for Glendon Snow to Ronnie Rydell. Ronnie Rydell takes it through. It's gone deep. And Meyer Cogden helped him out there with that. It's gone back over. And the Spartans are putting the pinch in against the boards again. And the hustle is there. Spartans get it back out with Riley Rendell, and we got that's gone out of bounds, is it?
Yeah.
Well, with not bad pressure first little bit here. The guys just seem to be bringing the game anyway.
Yeah. Good game so far. Mainly in the offensive zone for Dartmouth here, but.
All right, and that's sent in. So Cal Beals gets on the end of that. And it ends up going down with Rowan, with Clark Black there for Ivor McDonald. Back for Ivor, he's taken off him by Woodlawn. That gets sent up. Spartans number is back across for Adam Jarrett there was on that. He gets that sent now to Rowan Clark Black. Rowan's going down with Shaquille Beals over on the other side. Shaquille puts the shoulder in, wins it back, takes the pinch. Rowan Clark gets on it, gets it back to Shaquille. Shaquille is going to try and take it out into the slot. It goes back to Rowan. And Ivor McDonald is there in support for when they need him. The guys are going back in, put the big hit on, but here comes Woodlawn making a way up the left hand side. Gets taken off the top of the stick, but Bruceman was able to deal with that, but the big hit was taken. And this is Ryan O'Coin making his way down. Ryan O'Coin does a beautiful reverse hit mid-ice. Watch this. Woodlawn player just goes spinning away. Lads, can you just come back after the break?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because we can hear everything you are saying. They'll be back. All right. And it's gone back up. And it's back over for the Panthers now. Glendon Snow went in looking for that. Beals gets it back to Jack Curran. And Ryan O'Kine is taking this down, goes back. Panthers are chasing this up, but Darrell Beals didn't have to worry too much about that, but Ryan O'Kine picks it up against the boards and sends it back around for Curtis Snellgrove. Snellgrove gets on it, sends it back for Beals. Going back around, and it's gone down. And the Woodlawn Panthers are just going to take that in their stride there, take it to the back of the net. Come back out and past Bainbridge, and the boys are pushed off it. Nice work there by Beals to send it back the opposite direction. Cross ice was really nice. Here they come now, here comes the shot sent in, but it just gets taken off the top of the stick by the Panthers. Woodlawn are making their way up the left hand side here now. And Glenn Alexander, it's going to go on there. Woodlawn is taking the lead. 9:59 to go here. Woodlawn are after roofing that one into the top of the net. What are we going to do now? The Spartans are going to have to work on their game. Alright, so it's only 9 minutes and 59 gone in this first period. It means nothing. It's just the first salvo is won by the Panthers, but the Panthers get it in now. So Todd Beals goes and chases into the corner. Ron Clark Black is there. It's taken across by the Panthers, going back again. Ron Clark Black tries to win this back. In goes Ben Alexander, goes across the face of the goal again. Ron Clark Black gets in there for that. He gets turned, goes back down for the Panthers and chased down by Beals and Ivor MacDonald. Turned around by the Panthers, they're making their way up again. Good pass. Oh, he tried to do something fancy. He could get punished for that. Sent deep. Ben Alexander is going to go in and take that out. And then needs to get it. Brent takes a push there and ends up into the boards. Gone over now for Beals. Beals has Ron Clark in front of him. Beals takes the pitch, he gets it out to Clark. That's brought now to Oliver Link. And back in around. Woodlawn are coming back in again. It gets taken up by the Spartans. Spartans dump it. And now it's coming back up in again. Woodlawn take it into their own zone, chased by Meyer Cogden. And Riley Randall, it goes past. Coming back up, shot on goal. Decent shot too. Brewston had to get down and save that. Alright, everything's going as according to plan for Panthers, they'd say right now.
Yeah, that was a good goal.
That was a good goal. I have to say it was a good goal, right? The highlight reel might like that one.
Yeah.
Alright, it's in again, won by the Spartans. The Spartans moved this across. And here we have Sidney Watt was taking that down and he takes it into the corner. Curtis Snellgrove goes in to help him out. Comes back, goes past, it's over to Ryan O'Kine. Ryan O'Kine takes it through. Ryan O'Kine takes a big hit. Ends up down. Again, didn't come to play pillow fight here, I don't think, tonight, bud.
No, not at all.
I think this is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there was no call.
After first, I'm going over there. After the first.
You're going to go?
Yeah, I'm going to go over there for a bit because I invited them.
Do you want to go now?
Well, no, I'll do the camera for the first.
Okay.
I love doing the camera.
No, it's no problem. All right. It's gone back in around for the Spartans. Spartans go and try and win this back. Put in a big shoulder. Spartans get this back to Beals. Beals sends it across the ice, but gets turned back over by the Spartans. The Spartans send in a big shot. Beals picks this back up. Sends it across. Going in across again. Oh, the Woodlawn had a great opportunity there. They let it go, and here comes Darrell Beals. He's going down the left-hand side. He gets to cut through. He sends it through the legs. Brought up by Seth Cogden. Or Seth MacDonald, who am I saying? Oh, another big hit over on the boards there. Taken in. And now the guys are trying to work this back in again. Either McDonald is over there. He's going to go and see can he get this now. He gets a poke on it. It's getting sent back in around now. Coming back for Darrell Beals. Darrell gets a nice little shot across there to Glendon Snow. And that's getting sent around by Panthers are taking their time here with this and getting all set back up. And here we go. Here's the shot. Here's the attack. Panthers are making their way up the right hand side. Shots on. Covered up by, not even covered up, it was rebounded by Roosin. And here we have now, Ivor McDonald was trying to get down with that. Panthers are trying to get up, but the Spartans are after winning it back. The Spartans are chasing this up into the corner. Take the pinch at the wall. It's brought back. The Spartans are doing everything to try and get through with this, and when they get better to Beals, gets sent back and around for Roosin just to slow things down there. Alright, it's brought back up and back into Beals again. He takes it over to the wall. Beals takes it around. Just moves it. The guys are going to reset now. Beautiful cross ice, but the stretch pass there wasn't going to work out. And here come the Panthers now again. Little poke there with the stick by Beals again. And brought in by Black. Here comes the Panthers again. They're coming in hot here. They're coming into the centre. They have a shot on. Oh, could have got the top corner there. Bit better aim.
Yeah, London Opong.
That was going in. London Opong.
Yeah, he's a real good player.
Buddy.
Past 2 years he's been on the Halifax McDonald's.
Yeah?
Yeah, so he knows how to play.
That was a serious shot there. Okay, back now. Panthers again are making their way across the ice here. They're going up into the centre. They're making their way to have this opportunity, but he just loses the edge of his skate. And in went Ryan O'Coin there to introduce himself. And that goes a little bit too far down now. And there we got us a whistle.
Yeah.
What was that, icing there, wasn't it?
Yeah, icing.
Alright, 5 minutes to go here. Goals 1-0 to Panthers here tonight so far. Alright, that's in. And Shaquille Beals gets that back to Ryan O'Coin there. And that's sent across now to Sidney Watt. Sidney Watt is there. So the Spartans are trying to win this out. They're getting brought into the corner. Here we have again the Spartans pick it up. They send it back. And he's doing all right here so far. Slowed down a little bit. The high speed of the start has kind of gone out of it right now.
Well, yeah, it's a big contact game for sure. Woodlawn's dominating in that though.
Woodlawn is dominating in the contact?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, this thing's been loose the whole time. So
okay.
I just do that and I can do it.
No problem, bud. No, I can do this if you want. I can do this. Let's have a break. Alright guys, this guy I'm on the camera now. Now, here we have it. And as Woodlawn are taking this right around, pick back up and just Spartans are going to chase this down. This is Oliver Link, takes this up into the corner, turns it, brings it over to Cogden, and it's back on again. Let's see what the Spartans are going to do. They have to try and get out of the zone. They seem like they're getting caught here. They chip it up along the boards here. As they're trying to get it out, it's brought back up by Woodlawn. Woodlawn take it up and won back by Snow. And that comes around for Clark Black there. Sent across the ice, picked up by the Panthers. And here we have Woodlawn have another opportunity. They send it into the centre, but it just gets sent away in a rebound. And they have another opportunity again, sending it across the ice. And the shot was sent in.
Oh, that was a nice play.
Nice work there by Houston to get down on that one. But here comes Woodlawn again. Woodlawn are playing the game with confidence here. They're just dominating just this phase of play anyway. Back in, another shot on goal by Woodlawn. Woodlawn sending it, goes in high and to the left. Brought in by Darrell Beals there. He gets that back to Snellgrove, and it goes across. One, and here comes Darrell Beals. He's making his way down. Has his brother beside him. Did he get it in? No, got saved. Good effort there by.
That was.
Do you want me to take these?
Sure, yeah. That was Shaquille there, right?
Yeah.
Who's going in the box? One's in a palm there. One's in a palm.
Alright, so we got to. Alright, so and we are going on the power play here.
We have a good power play.
Alright, here we have it now. And it's in, back to. Alright. I want to thank Xander for helping me out here tonight, by the way. Alright, just as I said that, there was a shot on goal. Alright, we're sent back now for the Spartans. Spartans torn with this. They're going to have to make another attack. So they're going down the right hand side here. Richardson just attends that back around, and it's going to be picked back up by Sear. No, wrong name. Jesus. I was reading the wrong name there. Alright. Brought back in around here. Sydney watches, sends that over to a coin. The coin is taking it in. The coin tries to go top cheese on it, but gets taken away. Alright, we're going to have a bit of a chase here. It's just gone back around. Rooson deals with that, but he puts the fake on and gets it back out. And here comes the Spartans. And that's laid off for a coin. And the coin's making his way down through the ice. He has Ivor McDonald over to his left hand side there. And it's got to get chimped back up for Woodlawn. Woodlawn are going to chase this up. Woodlawn are and a big hustle on the boards here. And Sidney Watt there, he had to try and deal with that. And it's Coyne now. Coyne dumps it, sends it back in around for Grown Clark Black there to pick that up. But it ends back up in the dump and chase here. Style hockey. Alright, that's gone back in around again, picked back up by the Spartans. And here we have now, we have an attack coming down the right hand side with McDonald. He sends it across the ice. They're looking to try and get it back in and bring it back to the point, but Woodlawn turned it over. Here comes Woodlawn, and there's 3-on-1. And Woodlawn have another opportunity. They send it, but gets turned back over by Rowan Clark Black here, by Ben Alexander. He takes a hit in the ice, goes down, comes back now for Oliver Link. He gets on that, and here comes the Panthers. They're making their way across a beautiful long stretch pass, or whatever the fuck that thing's called. It's gone across. Back now for the Panthers. Excuse my bad language there. And it's gone across back now. Back for the end of that period. So we're going to go into another period here. So far, so good. Sorry guys, I lost my train of thought there. I lost my train of thought, the language. Sometimes it's hard to keep it. Alright, everything's going so far so good. If you're a Panthers fan, and if you're a Spartans fan, not so much. We are trailing by 1 goal here in the RBC Centre for this Metro High Hockey League, the High School Hockey League. And hoping now that the Spartans are going to come back out, and they should be able to speed things up here, maybe get an early goal. That would be really nice. An early goal would be really nice actually. Alright, here we are out with Coyne is out there with Rooson. And you have Darrell Beals. Sidney Watts out too. Alright, we're into the centre here. Let's get ready. And we are counting down the clock. And it gets sent across to Dartmouth. It's getting worked across now. And here comes the Spartans are trying to get through. They're making their way down the right hand side of their own zone. It gets turned back over. Big chip pass across. And it's just brought into control by Sidney Watt there. And Sidney Watt, that went off the side netting. thought it was a goal. Woodlawn are getting in, they turn it back and it doesn't get too much past Ryan O'Coin. He gets it across the ice, gets brought in again, but gets taken up by the Panthers there. And they send it, goes over to the boards, a little bit of a battle. A bit of a still more of a battle. They're just trying to get that puck out. And eventually they do get it out. But Woodlawn are able to get away with it. Alright, it's getting sent down here now. Around to the left, the Spartans get it again and they get it up, it gets taken back. Sent back to by Woodlawn. So the pinch is on over on the boards here. Now it's gone around here, sent back down. In and around now for big hit sent in by the Spartans there. Comes back around for a pass to get right up to Park back there, was there. But he gets turned back over by the Panthers. Woodlawn are just after chipping that up and it's gone deep. There's somebody's neck guard on the ice, I think. And here comes Woodlawn. Woodlawn take a shot, it goes in off the goal. They're still scrambling in there around the face of the goal. Doesn't go in, they hold it. Sent in again and covered up by Rusin. Alright, so far now the majority of the shots have been by Woodlawn so far. They're having the better of the possession in this period so far. Okay, we got 13 minutes up on the clock there. We're over and we have Ivor McDonald has gone in to get that face off, and Ivor has it. He gets a pass and Clark Black there goes past him and that's gone up for an icing call. So that's going to take it back. Alright, we're coming back now all the way to the goalie's left hand side for this face off. McDonald went in and just gets that turn back. Going back here again. Spartans get it into the open ice and it's taken across for Clark Black there. Coming back and it's coming now for Oliver Link. Hit in centre and it comes back and the Woodlawn's goalie just sends it over to the left hand side there. And the boys are picking it back up and Woodlawn are trying to get out. Here comes Woodlawn right into the centre. He has 2-on-1, chips it around, picked back up on the far side. And Bell Alexander was in the way there, made him have to move. Sent in, well, it was high, in behind. The Spartans get it, they try to get out. And here comes the Spartans now, they're making their way up the ice. They're getting out. Gets taken back by the Panthers just behind the goal and sent around again. Hits in by Seth MacDonald, puts the pinch in the corner, and Oliver Link goes in for support. And this goes back past Jack Curran and it gets sent in across again. Bit of a shimmy across the front of the ice there, but it didn't work out. That's getting sent back in again, and Woodlawn have another opportunity. Woodlawn pick it up again. They're going to send the ride in menacingly in front of the goal there, and it goes back as far as the point, but Woodlawn pick it up again. Woodlawn are just a few little taps and they're moving the puck quite easily around here at the moment, and another shot sent. Oh my God, fair play to Rusin. I don't know how he stopped that. Alright, great to be calling such a good game here tonight. I'm sorry I'm not the regular commentator for the game, so I'm having a little bit of issue with the names of the players, but I'm doing my best. Alright, 11 minutes and 4 to go here, and it is 1-0 to the Woodlawn Panthers. Alright, now we have Clark Black was chasing that down into the corner, and he had Shaquille Beals over to his right. Alright, we got him to face off here. Over on the goalie's right hand side with 10:57 to go. That goes in, but the Panthers win it. Oh my God. Two goals to the Panthers right now. That was quite an easy goal. Still going to make the highlight reel. Alright, fair play to Woodlawn. They're taking this game now. They've gone up 2. Gone up 2. Spartans have a climb, a bit of a hill climb ahead of them, unless they can get a goal back here and try and get some control over the game. Alright, sent down for the Spartans there to take it. He goes around, he tries to get through, and Darrell gets it chipped up again over to Clark Black there. Comes back to Shaquell. And gets taken past Shaquell over to Ivor McDonald. Again brought back up. Again into the centre there. Guys are just trying to dig it out. Goes across for Darrell Beals. He takes it up. He's trying to get through. He's trying to set something up. The guys are there. He's waiting. He has Black in front of the goal, but didn't make his way to him. And here comes the Panthers now. Big hit put on the boards there. Rooston had to get a bit of a little panic there to get rid of that. One of those slow moving pucks in front of the goal. Alright, and here we are with the Coin. The Coin is making his way up, and the Coin takes a shot. It goes around to the right hand side. You just hear it slamming off the boards there. Coming back. Nathan Bainbridge was there, he wasn't called for. And over goes Ivor McDonald, and that goes out of bounds. Alright, so we're going to have a face off on the left hand side here of Rooston. And we have Leighton Bainbridge is going in, and he wins it. Comes back to Ben Alexander. Alexander and Bainbridge get it back, and Woodlawn just somehow got back on it. Take the pinch in the boards. The Spartans are trying to get it out. Alexander is getting pinched in there, and now he has Leighton Bainbridge with him. And it's coming out. For Quinn Gibson. Quinn Gibson wins it back, and it's gone across the ice. Sidney Watt is chasing that up. Sidney still gets it. Sidney has it. Coming in behind him is Quinn Gibson for some support, but Quinn Gibson's gone back out. Here comes Woodlawn. Woodlawn will take it right into the centre. Woodlawn have an opportunity, but Ben Alexander got on that and put a stop to it. That's getting chipped across now. And it's being brought across. Quinn Gibson is just having a look at that now. And you have Sidney Watt there. Just went past them. Here we have Woodlawn are just trying to get through again as they tread the needle. They come in the crown. Seeking to go a bit of backdoor front door action, but there was no opportunity. Send it back to the point. Shot went in low. Picked back up. Spartans are battling away to defend this. It's gone around again, picked back up at the point, sent in again deep, and won back by the Spartans. Spartans take a big hit trying to control it, but Woodlawn just go and take it back. Woodlawn send another shot across Rooston, gets the stick on it this time. Woodlawn are send it back again, but the Spartans pick it up, cross the ice, but back them to Woodlawn. Now, Woodlawn are gone again, heading down the centre of the ice. Here they are. Going to have another shot, sent in low through the legs, but it didn't go. He actually fell on it. Brilliant. Okay, we have Woodlawn now. They're going to go up into their own end, and we got a icing call on that. That's going to send us right down here now, and this is game 1 or so of the series. Hopefully it's going to go to 3 games, but it can be over in 2 because it's the best of 3. Alright, we're going to have a face off with 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go here. I went in by snow, and It goes back in front of the goal. And the Spartans get to try and win that back, but gets sent in low again by Woodlawn. And here we have it now. Here's the Spartans trying to get it across the ice. Snow is sent in again. And we have a whistle here, so we're going to have a delayed penalty. I think a penalty for hooking there. And the Spartans are going to go on a penalty. Power play here for 2 minutes with 6:58 gone so far here. And we're over to the goalie's right hand side. And Ira McDonald went in and tried to win that, but it gets dumped back down into the Spartans' end here. Rooston gets on the end of it, sends it back around. Coming here we have it now. Here comes a coin, making his way up. Coin just dumps it, hoping to get it around to Clark Black, and Clark Black lets it go. It comes back to Sidney Watt there, and gets in front of the goal. I'm hearing some boos. Alright, that's going to give us a face off on the right hand side here. People are getting a little bit vocal. Alright, got 6 minutes and 31 to go here. 1 minute and 33 in the power play. Excuse me. Alright, that gets sent back to a coin. Coin sends it through to Watt. Watt to a coin. And this gets sent in again right in front of the goal. Back to Watt. Watt gets it back to a coin. The coin sends it in high. And that was Clark Black there in on that there. Alright, here we go. Here comes Woodlawn. Woodlawn are coming down. You have an opportunity. Get it into the centre. Just too much on it. And Woodlawn tried to stop it. They're going... they found themselves in an offside position there. So far so good if you're a Woodlawn fan. Not so good if you're a Panthers fan. Score's not going our way. Hoping to turn this around here. Plenty of time left to go in the game. Nearly 20 minutes of hockey. 20 minutes and 32 seconds to be honest. Alright, and we get that in again. And it comes over for Clark Black there. He got at that. And that gets sent back. Clark Black is going to chase this down, but Woodlawn. A nice little turn there to keep it. And here comes Woodlawn again. Lots of possession. Woodlawn have it again. They're right down front of the goal. Luckily enough for a coin to take it out. Coin is making his way. He's 3 men. Coin takes a shot and it's a goal. That's what it is. Absolutely fantastic. Beautiful goal. Bringing it back. Boy, a coin. Now all we need to do is get a few more of them and believe in ourselves, and we could easily win this game. Into the centre ice. Just seeing an absolutely beautiful goal there. Well worked. Okay, Lane Brainbridge gets back. Bainbridge does, it gets it across the Beals. The coin gets it, chips it high over the Watt. Goes past Bainbridge, comes up Darrell. Bainbridge and Darrell going in for after that one. Turned around. Here's a coin. Coin is making his way up the ice. There's Leighton Bainbridge just beside him. Back around. Sent back in by Bainbridge. Turned over by the Panthers. Panthers have an opportunity. Beals is there. It goes high. Coming back around for Snellgrove. Brought back to Beals. Beals sends it off the boards. Picked back up by Bainbridge, and you got a whistle there for offside. Alright, the score is 2-1 here. 14 shots on goal for the Panthers, 4-4 Spartans here tonight. Alright, we're going to get us a face off here on the centre dot in the neutral zone. Alright, and it's in. It's going to cross ice here for Riley Rendell to chase down. Back in again, Glendon Snow and Darrell. In goes Snow. Snow's chasing it now. Snow wins it back. Oliver Link goes to try and win that back, but the Panthers send it in. That gets covered up by Rusin. So far so good. So far so good. We are just trailing by 1 goal, and it's all to play for. We've got all the belief in the Spartans that they can easily pull this game back, and we'll head into a third period level or ahead. Okay, that's gone around. That wasn't bad. That was Clark Black there getting in the way for that, and McDonald is there. Clark Black sends it back in. Taking a pinch over in the corner. McDonald and Black are there. And it's getting taken out by Ron Clark Black. He sends it back across for Shaquille. Shaquille tries to get it, but Ira McDonald's there with him, is he? And we're going to get a penalty here. And who's this penalty going against? Alright, 3 minutes and 26 to go here. And it looks like the Spartans are going back on the power play. Or are we? Or was he just getting spoke to? No. Alright. Right back in here. Let's see who's going to win this. Bainbridge goes in. Bainbridge wins it. And gets it back to Ben Alexander. And gets it across the ice to Oliver Link. Go back to Ben. Up to Sidney Watt there. Sidney sends it up. It's getting chased up with Snellgrove. Snellgrove takes it up to the boards. Comes back, gets taken off, and Bainbridge goes to Ben Alexander. Ben Alexander sends it back deep. And you have Bainbridge there. You still have to do, doesn't need the call. Snellgrove is trying to get in on that. Gets sent down. Here comes the Panthers. Panthers take another shot. Covered up by Rusin there. Excuse me. Alright, 2-1 here with 2 minutes and 45 to go in this second period. Then we're going to flood the ice. And then we go into the third period, and hopefully that will be a brilliant period. Alright, here we go. Brought back in again by the Panthers. They're just having they're having all the time they want over there to hold and control the puck. Alright, getting chased down, and goes across for the stretch pass, but didn't work out. Taken back up by Beals. Beals nearly got the shot in on goal. Coming back. Darrell gets it. Beals again. Has it. He has Ron Clark Black in around there. Whereas Beals in with a bit of work there, but here comes the Panthers, and they got a whistle. Alright, looks like we're going back on the power play. Not sure what that one was for. Alright, now heading over here into the neutral zone, into the dot here. 2 minutes to go in this second period. Spartans are trailing by a goal. Alright. Nice little rush there. Oliver Link got that across, but we have another whistle. We're offside. So we're going to go over to the far side of the neutral zone here. And it's brought in. Here comes the Panthers. Woodlawn Panthers, they just dump it deep, but it gets picked back up by Oliver Link, and it's gone back around now. And Woodlawn get on this. It's coming around by Benbridge. Benbridge tries to win it back, but come back up to McDonald. Clark Black, excuse me, I'm getting the names wrong here. Now it's Ivor McDonald chasing it over to the corner. Benbridge is in there again. McDonald trying to win it back at Benbridge. He gets sent back in. This goes up behind there. Not a lot on it. And Woodlawn are doing 360s, man. And here comes Woodlawn. Take a hit there against the board, but he holds up. Tries to get the puck off and ends up with Woodlawn again. And here we have the Spartans this time. They're making their way up the centre of the ice. Come on. Oh, he's taking him out. That's a penalty. No, he didn't give it. He is. It's delayed. Sent in again. Brought in around again. And here comes Woodlawn. Woodlawn get it. Clark Black sent across. Shots off. All right. We're going to have a penalty here tonight now. Let's see if we can tie this up with 34 seconds. All right. All right, Ryan Coyne is up to take this. Here he comes. Come on, Ryan. Hold your nerve, bud. Comes up, he picks it up. Oh. Good save by Woodlawn. And Woodlawn are happy with that. All right, 37 seconds to go in this period. Back for a face-off up in the goalie's left-hand side here. Good work by Woodlawn's goalkeeper there to get down and stop that. I think he's happy enough with that now. Alright, so we're going to get this face-off with 37 seconds on the official clock. Alright, and it's in. Going back in around, another shot on goal. Leighton Bainbridge is going to chase this, but it's coming across. Ron Clark Black is there, Darrell Beals coming across the ice. Panthers have another opportunity to go off the wall. Beals goes in to win this. Beals is still winning it. Gone in front of the goal. It's coming back in around again. Sent in. Call for a penalty there. Clark Black there was trying to get this out, and Darrell. Alright, so that's the end of that period. Okay, thanks everybody. Now I'm just going to go and break over here. I will be back shortly on YouTube. And as usual, this is brought to us by Fisherwick Collaborations as a friend of the channel. welcome back everybody. We're about to get this third period underway here with 15 minutes up on the clock. It's all to play for now. 2 goals to Panthers. Not a big lead. That could be just wiped away in one good slap shot. That could be the end of that. So I'm hoping now that the Spartans are going to come back out and they're going to come in with a good attack here. I need a forwards between Snow, Bembridge, or Rendell, Ross, McDonald, Jacob Beals, Clark Black, McDonald, Sidney Watt, Selgrove, Cogden and Gibson. They're not here tonight, I don't think. But like, oh, there they are, yeah. They are. Alright, so who have we got out here? Coming out, we have Ron Clark Black there with Ivor McDonald. And Ryan O'Coin, great defender, great breakout speed with Ryan O'Coin. He can make his way down the ice pretty quickly. Ivor McDonald, also a great forward. He's had some luck with getting on the points board there over the last few games of regular season. And there's a Ryan O'Coin with the 2 Beale brothers, probably strategizing about what they're going to do, or else just probably saying, hey bro, what's going up? Alright, now we're getting ready here. Go in, Shaikra Beals is going in with this, and he has Black as well, with McDonald over to his other right hand side. Darrell. Alright, that's gets sent around there now, and here we have Shaikra Beals takes this, looks into the corner. His brother comes in for support, Darrell, and that gets brought back, and there you have Ivor. McDonald gets on the end of that, but it gets turned back over by the Panthers. McDonald and Beals are chasing this. Ryan O'Coin going in the way, and now Black, and that gets brought back to Beals. Beals has Clark Black there ahead of him. Black and Beals are going to try and see can they win this back again. In goes Black. Black wins it. Black is skating on the chase here. Comes around. Black turns it. He has Beals in front of the goal. Back to Beals. Back to the little brother Darrell. It's sent in around. Sidney Watt spun that deep. The guys are down again. And that's Sidney Watt again chasing this. Ryan O'Coin was there, and here comes Darrell. Darrell sends this across back to Black, but that gets stopped now by the goaltender. That's going to give us a face-off. I think we're going over to the left-hand side here with this one. 13 minutes and 32 to go here in this period. Alright, that's one in by Bembridge, and that lets it go around. Comes back to Oliver Lincoln. This cracks across. Long stretch pass there for Woodlawn, but Alexander wins that. Woodlawn are taking it back up against the boards, and he's sending it in again. Menacing little shot there. Spartans need to be dealing with them a little bit better. Alexander sends that across the ice. I guess just an early shot sent in by Sidney Watt. Sidney's gone in again to try and get it. The guys are battling in around the crease there, but nothing out of it. So we're getting a change here now, and what we have Snows coming out along with Rendell and Alan Jarrett taking the point there. And it's gone sent back in again. Oh, an early shot by Rendell. Gets back up again, sent off the boards, picked back up by Woodlawn. Woodlawn are breaking out with it. Woodlawn are going up, but they're a great little shot. They're turned around by O'Kine. O'Kine runs into his own player. Gets sent around. Woodlawn take along the boards here. And that was being battled by Rendell, and Rendell is still chasing this one down behind the goal. Rendell puts it up, and here comes Snow. He gets thrown back up and sent up to Darrell. He gets sent back in, and here comes Woodlawn. Woodlawn are coming into the centre. Took it up by O'Kine. O'Kine has the chance. That's Snow. He gets it back. Again, sent back in by Rendell, sends that deep, and he has Ivan McDonald chasing that down. But here comes Woodlawn, back in again by O'Kine. O'Kine puts another stop to that, chased over here by Clark Black, and in deep, back for McDonald. Clark Black goes past O'Kine, goes over, two Beals. Beal twins are over there together. Comes back up for Darrell. Beals and Shaquille is getting a penalty there. And I looked out at my peripheral vision, and I just seen somebody getting upended. So that's going to go power play for for Woodlawn. I think Shaquille decided to upend somebody just like that. 1 minute you're standing, next minute you're not. Awesome. Alright, face off on the goalie's right hand side here in this third period with 11 minutes to go. Down 2 minutes up on the the clock is all kinds of wrong here. 11:25. In around the goal here. And it's brought back down, and Woodlawn's goalie just lets that go off to his side. Woodlawn have the confidence here to take this right up through the ice, and they're bringing it over. What's he going to do? He takes the pinch, that's what he's going to do. McDonald takes it in deep. He's holding it in the corner. And there's Black behind him there if he needs to bring him in, and Ben Alexander sent in again off Black, took a hit with it. And sent deep, sent back around, turned over by the Panthers. Sent in again, Panthers have it now up on the byline. Sent in again, picked back up. Opportunity, they're going to send it back out to the point, and they do. Another shot in low, turned over by Ivor McDonald, taking it on the shin there. And in goes Oliver Link. And try and win it back. It's back to the Panthers again. Sending it right across into the circles. Here's it up into the slot. Sends a shot. Covered up by Rusin. Sent back. Another opportunity. Right back again. Sends it again. Back to the point. Send it low. Back again. Moving it in around the quiet side there, waiting for an opportunity, and a wasted opportunity there because they just sent in a very slow shot, and Rusin was well able to deal with that. Alright, this is going to give us a face off. I believe we're going to go to Rusin's right hand side here. Alright, here we have her, and it's in. Sidney Watt there was after getting across that, and here come Woodlawn. Sent back in. Another shot caught up. And again the change here. Benbridge is coming on, and Snow's going off, and out comes O'Kine. And they're getting set up again. Puck's in. Gets chipped down, picked back up by the Woodlawn. Woodlawn just do a little short pass. Another cross ice, which was nice. Takes it to the wall, dumps it. Rusin takes the steam out of it. Gets sent back around, picked back up by Woodlawn. Another great effort. Sent in again. Woodlawn sent it again, just goes high. Woodlawn in again. Another shot saved by Rusin. And here comes Beals. Beals is taking it in. Beals is going to go for trying to get it back. You got Sydney Watt in there as well. And Snellgrove goes past. Back to Bembridge. Bembridge dumps it again. Darrell Beals is going on the hunt again for this, but here comes the Panthers. Panthers get it into the centre of the ice. Big hit! Big hit by Ryan O'Coin. And the Spartans fans appreciated that. Lovely shot, and here comes Bembridge. Bembridge has Darrell. Darrell takes a shot, but gets deflected off his shin. And here Woodlawn again. Woodlawn sends it out. Makes its way just up to O'Coin. O'Coin lets Rooston put a touch on that. Bring back in for Bembridge. Bembridge is looking for to get it up to Snellgrove, but it doesn't make its destination. Gets sent in again. Great catch there by Rooston. A little bit of a board action there for Darrell, but he loses the stick in the process. Going back around, back in again. Here we have it again. Another little manoeuvre, but turned over by the Spartans, and the Spartans are making their way across the ice now. It's coming down with Sydney Watt. Sydney takes it right to the boards, and the Panthers are happy enough to take this out, but handily enough they're able to get out of the zones there and get picked back up again by Alexander. Alexander has Cogden there and gets turned back over to Woodlawn. Another shot sent back in. Beautiful save by Rooston, keeping the team in it here. 23 shots on goal here by Woodlawn in the RBC Centre tonight. What have we got? 7 minutes to go, guys. Alright, here we have a face-off, and it's in. And it was won. McDonald was there in that face-off. And gets sent back around. Here we have it now. Here comes the Spartans. Beautiful cross-ice pass, but didn't make its destination. Sent in again. Picked back up by McDonald. Sent back down for Cogden to chase. Cogden gets it across to McDonald. Oh, what an effort! Right on front of goal. Again. Woodlawn are trying to get this out. Woodlawn move it, but Link just sends that back into the zone. Brought back in again. We have McDonald. He's working that down. Gets a bit of help from Cogden. It's gone in again on front of the goal. Back to Ben Alexander. Ben sends it in low. Oh, it looked. Just had Clark Black there. Could have got a little extra touch on it. But Woodlawn are making an effort. They're making a breakout here. Woodlawn take the shot. Wallop off the pillows and send it halfway back down the ice. And that's what you call a rebounder, or what kind of power was on that shot. And that was McDonald back in. And Glendon there, he sends that back across, but it comes back to the Panthers. Panthers have another opportunity. Panthers send it in behind. Turned back up by Darrell. Darrell sends this across over to Sydney Watt. And Sydney Watt dumps it down. That's going to take us back up on an icing call. Fantastic game of hockey here so far, and the scoreline shows it. Perfect scoreline, 2-1. But now all we just need is one goal by the Spartans and even this up. But a goal by Panthers will make it a bit more of a mountain to climb. All right, here we go. Spartans again in around the goal. The coin is menacing this there. Wants them to call it in, and Clark Black there. He got to that sent in, but it gets sent over the top, and I'm a little late on the call there by Black, but nevertheless, Sydney Watt was chasing that around, and boom, in goes the coin again. Here we have it. Here comes the Spartans. The big battle in the centre of the ice. Offside, thank goodness. Glendon Snow battling in there for that puck, trying everything to get it back, and it ends up being on the offside. Alright, we're heading over to the Spartans end of the neutral zone, and it's in. One there by Sydney Watt was trying to win that. Back in front, oh, a little wobbler. Here we have it now. Snow is making his way down the ice. He gets it across to Watt. Watt is taking it in. Gets it back to Darrell, but gets taken off the top of the stick, and here comes Woodlawn again. Woodlawn have another opportunity. A coin goes past him. Holy moly! Darrell Peels goes under the skates. He doesn't see it, and they're trying to get it out. Here comes Snellgrove. Snellgrove is battling for it. Goes past him. Woodlawn pick this up. Woodlawn are picking up speed, making their way across the ice again. McDonald goes over. He tries to win it on the boards, but Woodlawn break out again with it. They get past Beals. Another shot sent in. Rooson pulls off another glove save. And that's sent in again by Woodlawn. Woodlawn are going for a bit of backdoor fronter action, but he takes the big hit. Oh, look at, they're all crying. They're calling out the referee. You've got to be careful there, Coyne. You don't want to be brought in. You don't want to get a penalty yourselves. Other than the penalty we already have. Okay, Darrell Beals has gone in for 2 minutes. That's 2 minutes for the Panthers with 4 minutes and 17 left to go here. So, we're going on a power kill. 4 minutes and 18 seconds. And that's Alexander went down and gets sent across. McDonald is there. Clark Black is in the way. Sent back in again. Oliver Link is in there trying to defend it. Comes back. Brought back to the Panthers. They're going to have another little shot, but they have to get by. And they do. They're coming in to make a little skip across, but Ben Alexander, he gets it, sends it deep. McDonald is chasing this down into the corner. Is he going to win the race? It doesn't. It just gets passed back into Woodlawn. Woodlawn are sending it now. Woodlawn are going to try and skate out with it. They have an extra man, of course, because of the penalty. Here comes Woodlawn. They're coming right through into the slot. Yeah, ran out of room. Brings it back to the point. Sends it across. They're just going to move this around now and look for the opportunity. And it was early. It was sent in. Covered up by Rooson. Here we have another opportunity. They're looking just for that little hole. Just that little 2 inches to try and get it through. Back in again. Here they are again. Back to the point. The shot goes in. And that goes off McDonald's shin. And McDonald is making his way. He just dumps it. And it gets brought back in again. We got 36 seconds to go on this power play. Now the power kill, which is still counting down. There were 2:45 to go on the main clock. Here comes Woodlawn. That gets turned over by Snellgrove. Just got in the way there. Woodlawn are still trying to make their way up towards the Spartans goal, but don't get anywhere. Here comes the Coin. The Coin has an opportunity. Go! Wow, they just got across in snow. It just went past them. That was the moment. They just need one more of those. And that will take us into OT. Back again. Woodlawn send it in. Straight at Rooson. And Rooson is still there. Everybody's battling. They're just chopping away to try and get it into the goal. Back again to the point. Sent in low. Again, Rooson. Rooson covers it up now. She's getting fruity down there. Snellgrove doesn't like seeing that bit of physicality in around his goalkeeper. Minute 56 to go here. All to play for. Spartans need to get a goal here just to bring this into OT. And then go for the 3-on-3 and see who comes out with it. And then head down to the Sportsplex there for the return game. And I'm not going to think about what the scores are going to be just yet, but I'm hoping, you know what I'm hoping. Alright, it's again picked back up by Bambridge, back down by a Coin. Bambridge and McDonald are in the forward attacking line there. This comes back to Black. Black sends it across the ice to McDonald. McDonald sends it deep. And goes Clack there, number 11. But here comes the Panthers. They have another opportunity. Beals has tried. Beals gets in the way and they just send it high. Out of bounds. Going nowhere. getting a little bit excitable up here right now. Everything is on the line with this. Well, not everything is on the line. We still have another game to go to bring it to game 3. But you know, it is always nice to win, and the scoreline is not too bad for a team who's on the top of the table versus a team who's second from the bottom. You can't see the difference between these two teams. Alright, so they've called, I presume they're calling a timeout, but we don't have a timeout clock. So we have to guesstimate the amount of seconds that we have here. What's the score? The score is 2-1. I haven't been looking at the TikTok. There's not really any point in asking me any questions. I don't have any answers. Sorry, guys. If you ever wanted to click the link on the bio, if you click the link in my bio, it'll take you straight to YouTube. And this has been streamed from YouTube, Woodlawn Sports, or click the link in the bio. And when you get there, don't forget, please hit that subscribe button. We really appreciate it. 1:25 to go here. This first game of the series. Sent in low. Oh wow, that was sent in low, and it was menacingly looked like it was just could squeeze in. Here comes the Spartans. The Spartans are going down the far side. McDonald is trying to bring it around. He comes up. Clark Black is there, and it comes back across. A coin gets stopped back to a coin. Coin sends it around. It goes deep. In chasing for that is Clark Black. Clark Black and Oliver Link there. Sent in again, covered up, so that's going to give us a face-off over in the left-hand side here. Gives us an opportunity to set up for a goal here. All we need to do is get one, tie it up. 49 seconds to go. And this first round, first game in the series, second round. Alright, oh, they held it. Coming back up now. Let's get Sidney Watt. What's going on? Sidney Watt is getting pushed into the Woodlawn bench there. Not sure what happened. I didn't see it. Yeah, as I was saying, if you head over, click the link in my bio, it'll take you to YouTube. And if you go to YouTube, you see the clock, the goals, the power plays, etc., etc. Alright, brought back up by a coin. Coin sends it across to Sidney Watt. That gets back up again, a coin. Back to Watt. Watt has Bembridge there. He goes for Oliver Link. Oliver Link is heading down. Oliver Link sends it back. Sent in, the fan on it. Take the pressure. McDonald. They've gone in trying to dig it out. Gone back in again. The battle behind the goal. Link is battling deep in there. It comes out. Comes over. And that's the end of that. First game in the series goes to Woodlawn. Not for the one to try in there by the Spartans. It wasn't an easy game for them. The score is 2-1. And the Spartans have another opportunity to come back. We can come back and we can do this again. We got to go, I think the game is on Friday night, and the game is going to be at the Sportsplex. I think it'll be like 7 or 8 o'clock. I'll set up a reminder over on TikTok there, and for everybody over on YouTube and watching home on Facebook, etc., etc. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting me all through this season. It's coming to an end. Hopefully not too soon, but it is, and I believe I should be back next year.
They're not shaking hands?
Oh, me shaking hands, bro. Alright, everybody. Alright, everybody on YouTube, I just had a player come up there. Want to thank you all, and I'll see you on Friday. Alright. I can hang out just for a second. Alright, I have to start taking my stuff apart. So what did we see there? We just seen a really managed to pull that back there.